Listen, man. Look, somehow, some way, the NBA. Listen, the NBA never ceases to amaze me. The NBA never ceases to amaze me. So, y'all mean to tell me that the voters just gave out a unanimous Defensive Player of the Year award, and that same unanimous Defensive Player of the Year gets a concussion in the same game? Yo, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Welcome to another episode of Leaf is the League, man. Of course, shout out to my Nets family, man. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Big Fan Breeze. Shout out to my man John. Uh, we gonna get into all of bro, John. Yeah, we gonna get into everything. We gonna get into everything, bro. Shout out to everybody. We're gonna get into somehow, some way the 76ers just mopped the floor with the Boston Celtics. We're gonna get into that somehow, some way. um we gonna figure out what's going on, man, with all of these other series. I fell asleep on the Lakers game last night. For good reason, because I had no interest in that. My man John, what's going on? Good morning, everybody, man. Welcome. John says Wemby getting a concussion is so deflating because it just makes OKC's odds in the West to the West to win the West again much easier, especially with their path being the most cleanest so far. Absolutely, absolutely. So also, Leaf, you saw the post last night. Brooklyn Nets are the second worst record in win-loss record in NBA history. Here's the thing. John, one, I knew that already. I said it on plenty of other podcasts. I was silent. Everybody wanted to silence me because so many Nets fans wanted to silence me because they like to believe in the tooth fairy. The lack of sustainability this organization has gone through is so egregious. Yeah. And it's been that way since the merger. It's been that way since the merger. But I want to get into some of these games last night. And I gotta tell you, bro, I feel like the NBA definitely got a script going. Um, the San Antonio Spurs, they fall to the Portland Trailblazers 106-103. That was one of the original games. I did not see the Boston game. I did not see the Boston game at all. I did not see that. So a lot of people was looking for my reactions to that, man. I did not see that game. I did not see that game at all. So it is what it is at this point. So I'm not even gonna flex like I saw the game, but 106 to 103. I came in back in time for this game. I had a recital to go to. My girlfriend's daughter, she had a recital and everything, so I had to go to that. But they said VJ had went off, and they said whatchamacallit had went off, whatever. So Portland takes game two, 106-103. Somehow, some way, Scoot Henderson, who was picked right after Wemby in that draft, had 31 points, 11 for 17 from the field, 5 for 9 from three. I know this is not going to happen again. Um, Scoot Henderson is not that. No, I refuse to believe. Breezy said VJ had 30 and 10. He said he had 30 and 10 rebounds. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but another 14-point lead blown because the San Antonio Spurs had control of this game going down the stretch. In the last 7 minutes, they had as much as a 13 or 14-point lead. And somehow, some way, the Portland Trail Blazers just come back. And Denny Avia, who only had 14 points, and Drew Holiday, who had 16, chipped in with 16 points. This is I don't necessarily understand some of these comebacks that happen and some of these game 2 losses. The Atlanta game, man, I laughed at it, of course, but I didn't really understand it. And I know Atlanta probably won't win another game. Portland probably they might win another game if Wemby doesn't play. De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, Castle, they were held all under 20 points. Luke Cornett and Dylan Harper had 10 points each off the bench. There was a lot of battling in this game, but eventually Scoot Henderson, who got the hot hand, was able to help lead the Blazers to a win. And now the Blazers, a lot of these teams are headed to the shift the series to another building in game 3. So yeah, man, Breeze said Atlanta and New York series going to 7. I don't think it is. I just don't think it is. Atlanta to me, no. I mean, but people ain't watch Atlanta all year. Somehow, some way, they got Atlanta and the Knicks. Listen, I don't like the Knicks as much as anybody, man. But no, I'm not about to just believe in some random team. No, that's what I'm not about to do. And that's what the Atlanta Hawks is. What's alarming to me is that, and I started the show because how I started it for a reason. What's alarming to me is that the NBA is hell bent on making Wemby the next big thing. And I understand it and I get it. I understand Wemby has to be great. Wemby has to be pushed. Here is the problem. One, Wemby he doesn't play over 30 minutes a game. But his production under those 30 minutes is very, very good. The problem is there is a reason that the San Antonio Spurs play him under 30 minutes a game. It's simply because they don't trust his long-term health. And I seen this from the Spurs before. I seen this in the Tim Duncan era. This is the team that invented load management. And they did it so steadily like the first time, and then they just came out and just started sitting everybody once Duncan and the big 3 got older. A lot of people tend to forget this. I'm seeing the same thing with San Antonio, with the Spurs, with Wemby. They're doing this again. And Wemby, he wants to win. He wants to compete. He wants to be successful. The problem is that his long-term health is not trusted. And at some point, they're going to ask him, hey, Wemby, yo, can you go? Can you play? Can you do this, that, third? This is a perfect example of you got to save players from themselves. Because Wemby's body is not meant to be on the court for over 35 minutes a game. And you're going to need him for over 35 minutes in these upcoming series because this is what the playoffs is. Guys get hurt. And this is the reason why. And as much as I like him and I like his style of play, but Zion Williamson is another guy that can't play over 30 minutes a game without his body starting to wear down, and you starting to see it. You see the way he moves, he runs, and the way his body is starting to like to the way that he runs up the court. It just looks like it hurts. The way that Wemby moves, first off, and I saw the move, and I'm gonna get to the play where Wemby got hurt. I'm gonna get to that play in a second because I don't think Wemby had any business doing what he did, but he did it anyway. He did it anyway. So I'm gonna just break down what happened. It's time to just break down exactly what happened. So quick one real quick, and here we go. I'm gonna slow this one down for you, man. We gonna get to the play. We are going to get to the play. So we definitely gonna get to the play, man. Fair Use Act, man. Abyss, what's going on, bro? What's going on? So we gonna. I'm seeing so many things wrong because, like I said before, the NBA is full of players that develop habits. He's seen it like this move worked in game one. Wemby figured it was going to work again. Wemby figured that this move was going to work again. So let's go to it. So you got Wemby not even in the picture right now, okay? So boom, let's get to it. Wemby trailing the play as always because this is his offense when the Spurs get defensive rebounds. If you can't outrun everybody, trail a play and beat a 3-point trailer because he can hit from out there. Drew Holiday, who is 6'5" at best, 6'4". You got Wemby, who is a foot taller. Watch what he does. Wemby gets the ball, trail, because Drew Holiday is still a pretty good defender. So Drew Holiday, boom, that he fakes. Wemby is kind of already by him, kind of. So, but his burst slows up because there's no strides on the burst. So he's waiting for him to come back. Goes to the other hand and tries to spin. Why are you first off, as a big man, Scrub Z, man, what's going on, brother? Shout out to my man Scrub 01, man. Make sure y'all go follow Scrub 0, man, at youtube.com/@Scrub01, man. Scrub Z, man. I'm gonna try to get into that draft. That draft y'all doing, if y'all doing one, man. Shout out to Scrub. Shout out to everybody in chat. So getting back to the play. So just to play it back a little bit, Wemby gets the ball off the trail because this is his offense. Pump fakes, puts the ball on the floor, which he kind of does, but when you do it against guards, it's different. I understand you putting the ball on the floor against centers. Step one, why are you putting the ball on the floor against a guard? That's number one. Because had he got away with it, nobody would be saying nothing. But this is the part where you do something too much and it comes back to haunt you. Putting the ball on the floor against a guard, it's just stupid. Especially a guard that you're a foot taller than. But he did it anyway. Switches back to the right hand, used the offhand a little bit, and spins into somebody that is a foot shorter than him. Had he gave the ball up and reposted, had he gave the ball up to what I believe is Carter Bryant out here on the perimeter, and reposted and just simply shot right over Drew Holiday like he's been doing, this wouldn't have been a problem. This injury would never happen. So he spins, and everybody talks about how he is. He spins, loses his balance, and got the chill from him, and then lands on his head. Because Jrue Holiday is not a stupid defender. Jrue Holiday is not stupid. That's why it happened. Happens. Shit, man. Well, I gotta reconnect. Can somebody tell me why is Wemby spinning into Jrue Holiday, who is one of the best defenders in the game? Grade A stupid move. The NBA is full of people with habits. This is why this shit happened the way it did. And of course, Jrue gets called for the foul because it's Wemby. But he decides not to break his fall and lands on his face at 7'4" or 7'5", however tall he is. This is dumb. Dumbest shit ever. Let's play it back. I gotta get back in the corner. Let's play this goofy shit back. Look at this goofy ass shit. Look at this. Pump fake. Drives left. He doesn't have the burst to get all the way by Jrue Holiday. Switches to the right. Jrue Holiday is still there. Spins into him. He pulls the chair. And for somebody that's so coordinated at 7'4", loses his balance and lands clean on his face. And there's the ball game. This is what I've been trying to warn people about when it comes to players just doing shit. Bad habit, bad systems, habit, or routine. A league of players with a lot of bad habits. Why? Why did this happen? And now he's asleep. And just like that, the unanimous defensive player of the year is out. Just like that. 24 hours after being announced, the youngest defensive player of the year, the youngest unanimous defensive player of the year ever, the youngest unanimous winner ever, this shit happens. It's totally ridiculous, man. Utterly insane. Pure insanity. Why? We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows, man. And then that led to this. 106 to 103. I didn't watch the Sixers game, but I guess I'll go over it while I'm here. It's another team that basically, and I listen. I don't believe the Sixers are going to win this series. I don't, because Basically, Maxey and VJ had to combine for damn near 60. And they did. And it was what it was in this game. Jaylen Brown had 36. Tatum, who's coming off an injury, that's the excuse that's going to be used, had 5 fouls, almost had a triple-double. He had 19 points off of 19 shots. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, absolutely goddamn terrible. Absolutely terrible. So we're gonna get to exactly what happened in this game. Hold on. We're gonna get to all the logistics in this game, man. We're gonna get to all the nitty-gritty and what went down. Because I just want to see how this dumbass team actually played defense. Because I know it was some bad defense that was going on in this game. I know it was. It had to been. It had to been for this to happen. Had to been. Don't know what happened to 19 points by Paul George, who basically matched Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum played 39 minutes, and he's coming off of Achilles injury. And he's back to playing 39 almost 40 minutes. There's gonna be some key things that happens in this playoffs that I see happening that I can just vision because I'm not stupid, but the NBA thinks that I'm stupid. And I already understand certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Why in the hell is goddamn Jason Tatum playing extended minutes fresh off an Achilles injury? Why? That's just fucking dumb. That's just effing dumb. Players that have habits, they listen. When you're dealing with certain shit in the NBA, you have to have contingency plans and you have to have recovery timing. You have to have contingency plans. But there's teams in the NBA that just don't have it. And we found out, this is what I've been talking about the Boston Celtics. This is what I mean. They are liable to play down to a certain level of competition, and then when they see actual comp that's at their absolute healthiest and at their absolute best, and Boston Celtics are at their absolute healthiest and they're at their absolute best, then you see what happens. But there's going to be a built-in excuse. So, without further ado, let's get to the footage. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, because I'm not gonna be long on this show, man. I'm not gonna be long on this show. Yeah, that's see, Scrub. You see, Scrub. See, this is why you my guy, bro. Because you know what I know. You know what I know. You understand what I understand, man. See, my man Scrub, man, he understands, man. He understands. He gets it, man. We here. You understand? We here. So let's get to this. Let's get to this shit. Let's get to this shit work. Let's start off with some of these highlights, some of the first plays. Let's see. Okay. Maxey gets the ball, and I believe that Philly is going to start playing this way. They're going to start playing more up tempo because you got to build the team around Maxey and Edgecombe to start as your pieces. Joel Embiid just doesn't fit what this team is going to do or what they're doing in the future. He doesn't. Okay. So you got Maxey coming up the court, right side, gives it up to VJ. And here's the thing. The Celtics already set up a wall. They already set up a wall for players that are three level players. The problem with this wall is you got Tatum on the help, who is fresh off that Achilles injury. And you got Sam Hauser, who's already on his heels, and then you already got Kate on the back end. So all VJ got to do as a on this transition play, because he's already faster. All he got to do is just beat him, and then Bona is probably going to mess around and be open, maybe for in the dunk box, because Kata has to step up. Let's see what happens. Gets right downhill. Goes right past him instead because Bona was going to be in the dunk box. Gets right past him. Easy layup. Okay, now more of a half court set. Everybody's all set up somewhat. You got fake Kobe over here, lazy as hell, because you don't need him to guard. So you put JB on an old ass Boy George, which is another stupid thing, bro. Why is Sam Hauser playing defense on this guy? Why? Cuts him off. Gets over the bullshit screen, the hedge. Tries to fight over it. There's too much space. VJ's been working on that shot all season. He's been taking that shot mostly all season. That's good. Money. So, next play. Now this is a better matchup, because you got Derek White, who's always a good defender, and you got him on Maxey. The problem is when Maxey is getting downhill and from one side of the court and the other, you don't pick him up on the other side of the court. Now he's got momentum. Now you're on your heels. Uses the body work. Step back. These are shots that VJ and Maxey have been taking all season, and they've been accustomed to those shots, those comfort shots. Step back, gets the roll. Okay, next play. Sixers get the jump ball. They fight for it a bit. Maxey recovers. Maxey gets the step back that he wants. Another one-on-one basket is good. Now, Maxey still has White on him, but gets the Drummond screen. There's no help on the Drummond screen. Gets over it. Plants. Maxey gets in another rhythm shot. He shoots it, and that's good. Now, the Celtics still have control of this game. It's only the first quarter. So, you got on the other end, on defense, Pritchard. Gonna run Grimes into the screen and make a bogus pass, which Maxey, who led the league in points off of turnovers a year ago, and probably still does, and slow up, gets the easy dunk. VJ on the other side still has Sam Hauser on him. What is this? Got too many white boys on the court. What is this? Gets over that screen. Kata is still in drop. VJ pulls up for a jump shot he's been taking all season, right in that close range area. Good. Maxey got a high screen from Drummond. Pulls up from deep. Money. Maxey gives up the ball. Knows how to play off the ball. But guess what? Guess who's open? Drummond makes a great pass to the corner because he's got VJ's got a white boy on him. And VJ, who just Plants, set shot, good. Set jump shot. This is the problem. Why is Sam Hauser guarding VJ? They know they need to switch that matchup and put JB on him, but they don't. And they can't put Tatum on him because Tatum just came off injury. Maxey, the VJ cashes another three. Now, I don't think the Sixers is going to win this series, but the Sixers did come back, got the lead now. Sam Hauser gets lost on another screen. Step up, fake, passes out. Of course, Maxey is in that mid-range area. Good. Maxey bringing the ball up. Has Sam Hauser picking him up. What is that? Sam Hauser playing defense. And they get it off to a running VJ. VJ all the way to the basket. Dunk. Maxey gets over another dribble handoff screen. Maxey gets over the screen. His defender can't get there. Of course, Vooch is playing drop. Nobody wants to pick up. Sam Hauser leaves his man open. Tatum is jumping for nothing, and a three is made. Kick out to Maxey. Maxey, who was wide open, catch and go. They give it up to VJ, who was wide open. VJ, another three. Sam Hauser's too late. Good. This is just bad perimeter defense. Dribble handoff to Maxey. Gets around another screen. There's no pickup on the screen. There's no pressure defense on the screen. Of course, Maxey already in front of his defender. There's not going to be any help because Kata has to compete for the rebound because he's got Drummond on him. VJ brings up the ball. VJ, his man gets lost on the screen. VJ gets a wide open three, and that's good. VJ, another thing. VJ, over another screen, has another white boy on him. Now, this is even more crazy because you got Vooch on the back end. Vooch can't do anything defensively on the back end. He has to box out, has to look for the rebound because he can't contest shots or can't defend shots. VJ gets an easy layup. VJ over the screen, over another screen. Doesn't really need a screen. His man bumps him. A fake double comes. VJ takes a mid-range shot that he's been shooting all season. Yes. Maxey's turn. Now he's got Derek White on him. Derek White continues to get lost on screens. Another three by Maxey. Like all I'm seeing this entire time is poor defense. Poor defensive matchups. That's all I'm seeing. Poor. Celtics adjust, but will adjust, but VJ could have been a game changer for oh my god, I'm not reading the rest of this. Celtics going to defend VJ next game and adjust. Well, I hope they do because the matchup on VJ needs to be Jaylen Brown because all of these other white boys they can't guard them. They can't guard them. The Celtics have had a hard time with backcourts and fast teams all year. And now that the Sixers is able to play a certain way, you start to see why games like this happen. So VJ over the Maxey over the screen, pull up three, another one. And this time he has Peyton Pritchard on him, which is even more garbage. Look at this. Step back, three, good. Maxey. loses White on the crossover, gets all the way to the lane, reverse layup. The last line of defense is Tatum, who just came off an Achilles injury. Maxey gets another step back, gets another ISO bucket. And by that time, the game is already over. So 111-97 was the final score of that game. Yet another mishap, man, from another team that cannot be trusted in the postseason. As y'all can see. Yeah. So realistically, man, listen, I don't believe Philly is gonna win this series. I don't believe Portland is gonna win their series. I don't believe that Atlanta is gonna win their series, man. But the job is to make something interesting and everything. So I guess that's what they did, and they accomplished that. And what the job was to get a road win. And some of these teams that's getting road wins, I don't even know how it's happening, but it's happening the way it happens. So it is what it is. But anyway, man, that's most of what I got, man, for right now. It's most of all of what I got for right now, man. I appreciate everybody showing up. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Scrub. Shout out to John. Shout out to Abyss. Shout out to Man, the Myth, the Legend, Big Fan Breeze. Make sure y'all go follow Big Fan Breeze on his channel, youtube.com. That's at Big Fan Breeze with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Make sure y'all go follow my man at Scrub01, man. Scrub0 is going live tomorrow with the NFL draft. I'm trying to get up in there and try to see what's going on. The NFL draft is pretty extensive. Definitely a lot of homework to be done about some of those scouted players and what players is gonna contribute to certain teams and schemes and everything, man. It's a lot of things to go over. But appreciate everybody showing up. Make sure you send make sure you send a like, share, and subscribe. Everybody that has subscribed to the channel already. Everybody, I'm over 320. I'm trying to get to at least 5 at some point. Man, I don't know when I could get to it, man, but however I could get to it, I appreciate all the support from everybody. Appreciate all of the good feedback from everybody, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody in the comments, man. No matter what it is, man. Just hope everybody continue to have a good morning, and wherever you go with your day, man, let it be great. Let it be great, man. And one day at a time. Let every day be better than the next. You know what I'm saying? So definitely for everybody out there. I will be back tomorrow, if not tonight. Try to do something tonight, but got an event tonight, man, and everything. Just doing some things around and outside, but appreciate everybody. Y'all be good, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all morning, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all be good, man. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna be back with it with more reactions to some of these games, man. I appreciate y'all. One. Stay up. Everybody stay up. I'm out.